Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell has already hit the ground running, getting on with, as he puts it, the people's business. Following his swearing-in ceremony last Friday, the Prime Minister met with the Police High Command, permanent secretaries and other heads of departments. Appearing on one of the NDC's Heartbeat programs, the PM explained some of the pertinent areas looked at.
Let me say I've already started working. After I was phoning, I had a debriefing session with the Commissioner of Police, the Cabinet Secretary, and the PS in the Prime Minister's office. We had a further detailed debriefing and transition status update in terms of the current state of the government yesterday with the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Finance, Foreign Affairs, Prime Minister's office, and the Cabinet Secretary, and then separately with the Commissioner of Police. These were all the briefings. It's very comprehensive. I was satisfied with their professionalism, their promptness, because obviously it's Saturday, and the request for the meeting was made late Friday.
PM Mitchell further explained the rationale behind the debriefing, noting that adjustments will be made.
We are in the process, and part of the reason for the debriefing, obviously, currently ministries are aligned a particular way. We want to look at that to see whether this is something that lines up with what we want to achieve. We have to bear in mind that we were clear that our purpose is really to begin a transformation process. And so some changes are going to have to be made. So we wanted to have that briefing, get the status update, so we can then look at how we align the ministries to properly fit the kinds of things that we want to do. That also will help us in determining ultimately who will constitute the Cabinet of Grenada, because we want to make sure that we have square pegs, as we would say, in square holes.
According to the PM, there are some areas he intends to tackle head-on in the first 90 days in office.
So, in a nutshell, the immediate things that we talked about, the cost of living issues, the pension payment issues, the addressing the contract work issues are issues we intend to certainly deal with, as we say, as soon as possible within the first 90 days of our administration. The spice replanting program is a program we also wish to jump on rapidly. Some of it will involve, obviously, addressing the question of the sharecropping and the land use and so on. But that is something we certainly intend to jump on quickly as well and get going within the first 12 months.
Some long-term issues he highlighted include digital transformation, which will ensure that government takes the lead in becoming more digital-friendly, thereby cutting costs. The leader of the National Democratic Congress is giving Grenadians the opportunity to serve on boards of statutory bodies.
We will have to be reconstituting boards, appointing new persons, and that's when I talked about the door being open. That's an area where I really want to have fresh blood, creative thinking, solution-oriented, driven persons involved to give Grenadians an opportunity to shape their country. And I think that's one area where not politicians, but Grenadians can truly make a difference in terms of making these entities more efficient, making them more goal-oriented, making them more successful. So that's certainly what.
Christelina John, GBN News.